Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm trying out these things in the stream and all this stuff, and I don't know how it's going. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm not sure if everybody can hear me. I know it's a little delayed. Yes, I can see the chat. Thank you so much for everybody coming. I very much appreciate it. I've increased my bandwidth, I think. That way, it'll be faster for everybody. Great. Audio is good. Well, we have, I don't want to get started quite so quickly because they were supposed to technically start at 6 o'clock. I have a bunch of Q&A items to go over. So people have submitted questions and stuff like that, and I've made a whole Word doc for, you know, the different questions and what answers, and I've got some pictures for you guys and show everyone a little bit of like how editing works, which will be cool. And yeah, I'm excited that we have reached this 5,000 person milestone, which is absolutely amazing to me. It's so great. It really is. I got lots of things I'm staring at on my screen concurrently, so I'm sorry if I am like looking different directions. Yeah, you can tell I've never done this before. Thanks. That makes me feel way better. I've got my R2 cup with me. So, I've got good things. I got good vibes. So, if, yeah, I know. Favorite board game is one of the questions, and we're going to get to that one. I might just, well, we have 6 minutes before we're technically supposed to start. I might, go through a couple of the Q&As just so everyone knows what they are. It's things like, you know, like when my family suggested the YouTube channel, things like that, what my responses were. Like, where did I learn to deal with computers and editing and stuff like that, what my current job is, what, you know, happened with the farm and that life, and then things like my favorite movie we reacted to so far, and all that stuff. So we're going to do all that. I got to adjust the camera a little bit. Don't run away. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Excellent connection now, so that's good. That's much better. Favorite movie so far. I'm going to do that one. How did I learn to do what I'm doing? I'll get to that. If Nick Ricciata can do it, you'll be fine. I don't know who Nick Ricciata is. Thanks, Shane. I love my R2 cup. I really do. And there's actually a collection of these, and I'm trying to find some of the other cups. There is a Darth Vader one. There's a Stormtrooper one. There is a, there's like 5. One of them is the, what do you call it? What's his name? The guy... I can't remember what his name is. Boba Fett. There's a Boba Fett one. I've slimmed down? Boy, I hope you're right. I've been trying to lose a little bit of weight. I really have. My wife is kicking my butt when it comes to losing weight. I don't like these things. These moobs is what I call them. I don't like the moobs. We got 4 minutes, and then we can officially start the Q&A session. Look up Ricciata Law. Okay. What are Funko Pops? What are those? I don't know what Funko Pops are. Thank you. Everyone says I have a good laugh. And that's one of the reasons why my kids really wanted me to start this channel is because on the very rare occasion that I've ever gone to a movie and I get laughing, then, the whole theater is laughing with me, is what I've been told. So it's very rare. But I will admit, I have gone to multiple Disney movie shows because I love Mount Rushmore. I've been there so many times. But I've been to many Disney things because I'm a good father, and those are requirements from my children as they grew up. So I went to Toy Story and movies like that with them because I felt it was important for them to experience movies throughout their life. Me, it's it's not something that's been in my life, so I haven't found that yearning to have to get there on the opening night and things like that. So avoid Funko Pops like the plague. Okay, I guess I know about Beanie Babies. Are those the same thing? Is that a thing? Beanie Babies was a thing for a time. Okay, it is 6 o'clock. Let's get this thing going. First of all, thank you to all of you, my subscribers. I love you all so much for coming and watching this channel and the reactions associated with my non-existent upbringing around movies. I have found this experience so much fun to be able to share this with all of you, and especially with my family and my boys helping me pick out movies and things like that. It's just been a very fun experience for all of us. It really has. And we've so enjoyed the comments. And that's the thing I'm going to promise to all of you right now. I see some of these comments come through and I'm just blown away by you telling me these wonderful stories throughout your life, and I so appreciate it. And I read those and our family laughs along with you for some of these stories, and we cry along with you for some of the other stories. So I will continue as best as I am capable to comment on every single comment I get. I'm telling you that now. I read and respond to every single comment I get, except for the ones that are naughty, because they're links to porn, and I delete those. They do exist. I delete them immediately. So, Q&A. Let's try and do some Q&A questions. I've got about 2 pages of Q&A. I don't know how long this Q&A session is going to last. It's all going to depend on the audience and how much people want to come and, and watch these reactions and watch this Q&A session. So the first question is from Jamie W. It's one of my Patreons. We're going to be doing the Patreon questions first. When your family suggested starting a YouTube reaction channel, what was your reaction? So it actually took months for them to convince me that this was a good idea, because my life is a fairly simple one. I wake up very, very early in the morning. For example, this morning I was up at about 4:30 a.m. So, and actually I was recording a surprise video for all of you coming out on Monday. So there's a little snippet to know. And I go to work and I do my work, and then I come home, we eat dinner, and then I'm reading a book or I am playing a video game. That's something a lot of you probably don't know, is I love video games and have been playing video games for decades. I was a very, very bad WoW addict, if you know what World of Warcraft is. It forced me into a situation where I was away from my family more than I wanted to be, and I ended up quitting after about 10 years of playing WoW straight for 10 years. It was crazy. We don't need to get in that. Anyway, so I'm pretty anal retentive, and so they talked to me about this whole thing and what reaction channels are and things like that. And then I did some research on what it takes to do a YouTube channel and what I needed in order to create some type of actual universe that would be acceptable to you, the people, my audience. I bought a very nice microphone that was a little expensive, and you're using a very old GoPro. That's what I'm using today, to this still day. You're looking at it right now. It's an old GoPro that's just hooked up to my computer. And then it, records my face and with a green screen behind me. And then I have a microphone. So, yeah, I mean, it took a couple of months, but I finally came around and we recorded our very first Star Wars. And believe it or not, we are in June. We are coming up on this channel being around for 1 year. Our 1 year anniversary is coming up in June, I believe. So I'll have to check the date on that one to be sure. The second question is from Gene D. Is there a book or genre, if you don't want to be too specific, that you really enjoy? And then a second person on Patreon, John S., adding to the reading question, are there any authors you enjoy that you have a lot of the stories brought to film, like Stephen King or John Grisham? So I got some actual pictures for you guys, which is cool. So the first series that I really, really love, it's not as well known as some of the others. It's Jim Butcher is the author. And let's see if this works. Did that work? I'm going to see if that works. They should appear in the corner of the screen over there. I don't know if it's working. Oh, I hope this works. Otherwise, this is going to be bad. Okay, so it's Jim Butcher. There it is. Okay. So Jim Butcher, and he has a whole series of books, and it's called The Dresden Files. It's a fantastic series. It's about a actual living wizard that advertises in the Yellow Pages for Chicago. He lives in Chicago. And it's a great series, and I really do suggest you check it out. Okay, so that's the first one. That's Jim Butcher, and it's Dresden, the Dresden Files. The second series is Michael Connelly. I'm sure everyone's heard of Michael Connelly. And the first series is Bosch. Bosch is He is a detective in Los Angeles who deals mostly with cold cases and murders and things along those lines. And I think my boys said that turned into some type of Amazon series or something like that. And they want me to react to that. But, this is primarily a movie channel. And so I've read all those books. It would be kind of silly for me to react to something where I've read all the books associated with the series. I'd kind of know everything that was going to happen. So that was Michael Connelly, and that was Bosch. The second series that I read of Michael Connelly, and I'm actually in the process of reading right now, is the Lincoln Lawyer series. I know this was turned into some type of one movie, I think, is what happened. That's what I've been told. One movie, The Lincoln Lawyer, and it's a law series, which I enjoy law-based books. I enjoy the banter between the lawyers and the judges and the witnesses and things like that. So I think that is great. I think that's great. I have not watched any of the shows that exist that I've read. I have not seen any of them. So I don't know the answer. Someone asked if Amazon destroyed Bosch. I have no idea. So let's see. There's 4 series that I'm talking about. So that was The Lincoln Lawyer. The next one is Dean Koontz. I didn't pull up a picture. Oh, I'm a big dummy. Dean Koontz has a series called Odd Thomas. That's the person's actual name. His name is Odd Thomas. And I don't want to say has a superpower. He can see things that other people can't see. It's very fantasy-based, real life, and there's little goblins and things behind the scenes in dimensional portals that he can see that other people can't see. So that's the Odd Thomas series. The last series, and my wife really likes this series, because we've listened to it on audiobooks when we go on long drives and things like that. It's Annette Marie, and it's the Guild Codex series. I don't think I did that one either. Oh, I'm so dumb. I forgot to do that. I was worried about some of the other ones. So the Guild Codex series is about a regular human being that starts working at a bar, and she finds out the bar is full of like vampires, druids, witches, wizards, magic users, and they kind of get pulled into she gets pulled into this world, and she starts not using magic, but she finds elements in the world that she can use to produce magical abilities. It's actually pretty funny. And they're all the books are based off of a drink, a bartender drink. One is called a margarita and a mage. And one's a daiquiri and a druid. So it's a fun little series. The protagonist is a strong female character, which I really appreciate. So that one was books that I'm reading and genres that I enjoy. So the next one is from Evelyn Ziegler. Hi, James. You said you are an ex-farmer in Iowa. What do you do now? Are you a full-time movie director? No. And then, how did I learn to do video and software? So, I am actually an auditor for a very large financial company. I audit data, so I am a computer person. I learned to do coding. Basically, I'm self-taught because I read so many books. I actually learned how to code and things like that through reading. And the same is true for doing this, what I do now, for you guys, which is I watch YouTube tutorials on how to set up cameras and set up lighting and things like that, how to make green screens work, and just put it into use. You'd be amazed what you can figure out by just watching some instructional videos or reading a good book on how to do something. You'd be amazed. Let's see. What do we got on the comment board? Let's answer a couple of comments over here. Let's see. Bosch was turned into a streaming service on Amazon. Yes. Yay. Blind reactions are the most fun. I think they're great. I've really been enjoying doing them so far. I just finished the edit for Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I'm telling all of you, it's so good. I loved Ferris Bueller so much. It's ridiculous how much I love Ferris Bueller. It was so good. So that's coming out on Friday. Let's see. The Reacher series is good. So Jack Reacher series, I've read the majority of those books. I thought they were okay. He beats up a lot of people. He does a lot of unlawful things in those books. So I'm not as attracted to that. A Time to Kill would be great for a channel. The Reacher actor is seriously based. Is there a good book? We just talked about that. How do I learn to code? Twitter will ban you. Okay. Okay, so let's keep going. 5 was the person's name, 5DM. What is your all-time favorite movie, TV show, and musician? You guys will probably be really surprised by this. You will. So, my favorite TV shows is Friends and Big Bang Theory, which I have talked about on this channel. I am very big fans of both those series. I think you can get so much out of them personally and emotionally. They're just great series to watch, especially as a family. So, my favorite musician, this is where I'm probably going to surprise a lot of you. One of my favorite bands of all time is Metallica. The second one is Tom Petty, and specifically Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. The third one is the Eagles. My favorite album is Hell Freezes Over from them. For Metallica, it's the Black Album. And Sublime. I was a big fan of Sublime until the lead singer died. And I believe it was like drug overdose or something along those lines, which is unfortunate. So let's see, movies. I'd say my favorite movies so far, and I'm only counting the movies that I have reacted to as of yet. So Happy Gilmore is probably one of my favorite comedies that I've seen in a long, long time, because I just don't get to see a lot. So that one absolutely floored me on how hilarious it was. Forrest Gump made me bawl because I just fell in love with his character and all the things that, you know, he loved in life and how they got him into history and things like that. And then Fight Club. Fight Club was crazy. It blew me away. I kind of figured out there was something going on, but I couldn't piece it together. It was so good. I very much enjoyed Fight Club, and I was so thankful that it came up as one of the movies to watch. The next one is from Hulk, who's one of my favorite commenters. He's one of our big commenters, Hulk. And what is your favorite movie you have watched so far? So I'm probably going to say Forrest Gump, but Fight Club is a close second. I'll say that. Okay, the next one is Corey H. What genre of movies is best for you? So I'm a big action adventure person, and then comedy, and then psychological thriller. That's what I'd say so far. So action, comedy, psychological thriller. If you got a movie where it's all three of those together, dude, you got me. I'm in there. Man, I'm in. Okay. After that, let's see what we got. It from Mr. Natirez. How has your life changed since starting the channel? My discussions with my families on dinner nights has changed drastically. I'll say that. We have a great time discussing the channel, how it's doing, how many subscribers I have, how the latest video did or how it didn't do so well, and what we can be doing better or different, and then what to put out next week. So they're very much involved in the channel, behind the scenes, and they kind of decide, what I'm going to put up for Patreon members who end up making the final decision on what comes out every Friday. Mondays, because I'm doing 2 releases a week now, Mondays is up to the boys basically saying, okay, this is a great one to just throw into the mix. Like, I will say this, I'll give you a hint. Next week is action week. So we'll be doing 2 big action-based movies this next week. I'll say that. You'll find out on Saturday. If you guys don't know, check out my community tab on my channel, and I post what's coming out on Wednesday and Friday, and if there's any news about the our channel or anything like that, that gets posted to our community page. So make sure you check that out every week so you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. Okay, that was from Mr. Naterez. Let's see here. And then the other thing that has affected my life is I do a lot of editing. Let's talk about editing, because I have a picture for you guys. It takes me roughly 8 hours for every video that you see on this channel. It takes a couple of hours to actually watch the film. And then there's editing. So there's multiple edits that go into place. One is the full version that gets released specific to the Patreons. That's a fairly quick edit process, but it takes hours and hours for it to transcode, which it means it takes the data that I've given it and it has to turn it into like an MP4 that I upload to YouTube. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours for it to process that on my computer. That's one of the goals of this channel, is to make enough money for me to build a new computer, because the one I have is kind of old and crap to do this type of work. So here is a picture. Okay, let's see if that comes across. This is what a common edit looks like. I believe this edit was from Fight Club, maybe? I'm not sure. I can't remember. I posted this one to Patreon a while ago, showing, because they wanted to know what the edit kind of looked like. So every single one of those little segments is a piece of the movie being cut, and then me adding some type of blur or something along those lines. Thanks, the Game Zone. I appreciate that. I hope you subscribe, bud. Or woman, whoever you are, person. I like your name, the Game Zone. But, so the edit above here, so every single one of those, YouTube is very specific about what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do with movies. And so every single clip that exists has to be less than 10 seconds. And you're supposed to use less than 10 minutes of an entire movie. Even if that movie is 2.5, 3 hours long, you're supposed to only use about 10 minutes. You can get away with using a little bit more and a little bit less, but they're kind of wishy-washy on it. They're not very, very specific. So this is what a typical edit looks like. Every single one of these little tiny cuts is me talking, or a piece of the movie, or me, like these things right here. This is me blurring out specific sections of the movie and things like that. So these are all different transitions that occur throughout the entire process, between where I am in the picture, or over there, this is over here, I'm in the corner, I'm up here, all those are different transitions. So I thought that would be fun to show. So it takes about 8 hours, 2 hours to watch the movie and about 6 hours to edit the different pieces together and then get them uploaded to YouTube and things like that. Let's see, what do we got now? Jennifer W., have you watched a movie that you could watch again? My favorite is Forrest Gump, and I really enjoyed watching people react to it. Okay, so yes, I could watch Forrest Gump again. I don't really want to bawl that much. So I think I'm going to pick a comedy. I would watch Happy Gilmore again. I would watch Tommy Boy again. I want to watch Fight Club again because I think there's things I missed in Fight Club that I might have been able to figure it out beforehand. So I might watch that again. And then I really thought Home Alone was hilarious and Christmas Vacation was hilarious. So the kids have decided that this Christmas we're going to watch those together as a family. I'll be reacting to other Christmas movies, of course, this Christmas holiday when it comes up. Okay, what do we got next? Would I ever consider ranking all of the movies I've watched so far? No. No, I won't do that. No. I will say that the website I use, it's called Letterboxd. And under all my videos, there's a thing that says My List. And you can click on it and you can actually see every single movie I've reacted to and in what order, at what date. And then you can see my wish list, which is basically all the movies that have been requested by you, my viewers, my commenters, what you've requested and things like that. And so that gets put on that list. And so you can see that anytime you want. But there is a ranking mechanism on that website. I don't use it. I don't know that I'm the person that should be ranking a movie. I just don't know enough about the culture or movies in general to be able to tell you this was great or this was amazing, because I think my views will change as we react to videos. My views will change, and I might think something that I thought was 4 stars 3 months ago is now like 2 stars because I found this other movie that is so amazing and it blows the other one, away. So I don't feel that I'm in a position to rank things. My opinion shouldn't matter. I just react to them and let you know if I liked it or not. I think that's all the ranking that I need. What else do we got? You'll find this hilarious, everybody. This is from Enraged Gaming, who's one of our commenters. Why is Nebraska corn better than Iowa corn? That doesn't happen. That's not a thing. Nebraska corn is never better than Iowa corn, and there's a reason for it. Go to Nebraska, check out the landscape, drive through Nebraska, and then drive through Iowa, and you'll know why Iowa corn is always better than Nebraska corn. 2, how has going through this film journey often requested by your family member improve your relationship with them? Absolutely. I think, we had a good relationship to begin with. So building on a good relationship is easy when, you already have a great base. And so we're just building on that base and making it more in depth and digging deeper into each other's lives. I'm sorry I had to mute you there. I almost had to sneeze. Okay. First, let's see here. Board games. What is your favorite board game? Okay. My first board game that I absolutely loved as a kid, I guess I was a little older kid, but still, my favorite board game, because I was so used to like playing cards and Monopoly and Sorry and all these like standard board games, that this board game came out and it blew my brain away. I could not believe it. So the game is called Dark Tower. It came out in the early 80s. And it was an interactive board game with a Dungeons and Dragons kind of feel, with a LCD screen that rotated for the player in the center. And you had to get like gold and upgrade your weapons and work your way towards the dark tower. And then you'd like push a button because you went behind a rock and guys would jump you on the LCD screen and you'd have to fight them off based on their level and things like that. And so that game was absolutely, it just like my brain as a kid went into Nutville, and I enjoyed D&D and things along those things. Oh my gosh. It was so good. It was so good. The problem is it's such a sought-after old game because it only existed for a few years. I looked it up, and you can find it on eBay. It's about $500 for the original version of this game. It's crazy that they want that much for this old game. But it was a really, really fun experience. I can't, I can't tell you more about it. It was so good. So that's the first one. The other games are more modern. So this one is, my family plays this one a lot when we're camping, and that is Ticket to Ride. It's a very, very popular railroad-based board game. I think it won a bunch of... it won a bunch of awards and things like that. It's just a really fun board game for family members, and it's very easy to learn, and it only takes about an hour to play one game. And even like little kids, like 7, 8, they can play this without a problem. So that was Ticket to Ride. The next one is Barren Park. A lot of people don't know about Barren Park. Barren Park is... how can I put this? It is a strategy / Tetris / zoo game. That's the best way that I can say it. Barren Park is, you get a very specific tile and you have to buy these other tiles. And they're oddly shaped tiles, so they can only go in very specific shapes and sizes into different regions of your game board. And so it's like Tetris, but you have to strategize ahead of time where you're going to place future pieces in order to fit them into your zoo. It's a great game. It's super cheap. It's only like $20, I think, is what we got it for. And we've really enjoyed it. It's for like 2 to 4 players, I think is what it is. 2 to 4, I think, is what Barren Park is. It's a great one. We've enjoyed that one so much. So what is the next one? The next one is Betrayal at the House on the Haunted Hill. This one is a horror-based board game strategy storyline game, I guess is the way to put it. It is all these people, you get stuck in this house, and depending on what occurs in the games, you go into different rooms, and depending on what occurs in the game, that changes the outcome of the game based on when something occurs in the game. So you might be in like the billiard room, and based on the billiard room and what player it is, that decides what the rest of the game is going to be like. It's actually very fun. It's not scary, really. I mean, our smallest child has been playing it for like years. So it's not that scary. It's like werewolves and witches and things like that. This is the original version. I think they have expansion packs and things like that now. So, yeah. And then, let's see. Is that the last one? No. The last one is, I didn't get a picture for it. The last one is a card game called 13. It's just a simple card game. It's kind of like Gin Rummy, but it's faster paced. And we play that all the time. It's just a card game called 13. You just use a regular deck of cards. My wife and I even played it while we're sitting at airports and things like that. Before we get to the last few more questions, let's answer some comments. Let's see here. Never mind, not looking it up. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. I think you were talking about Dark Tower. Here's Dark Tower. It's from 1981. You just have to search for Dark Tower board game. And you should be able to find it on Google. It's really old, cool game. I was going to tell you, somebody asked me about the farm and what happened there. Is that towards the end here? Yeah, that's one of the last ones. We'll get to that one. Okay, so let's see here. Looks Lovecraftian. Wow, scary. It's the legacy version. I gotta look the game up. It's a really fun old game. Is your family ruthless? Absolutely. We are so cutthroat in games. It's ridiculous. Thanks, Nicholas. I am particularly ruthless. I don't like losing at anything I do in my life. And so, Ticket to Ride, I will destroy all because I don't care about in Ticket to Ride. You're supposed to get to destinations from this destination to that destination. I don't care. Whatever the crappiest destination cards you could possibly get that are worth like 2 points or 5 points or something, I just throw them out. I don't care. I'm not going to do them. I get every single 15-point and 10-point run, and I interrupt everybody's gameplay. If I see somebody's close to a 1-point intersection, I will put a train down and block their entire escape from that area. I am completely ruthless. I've been called a lot of dirty names when it comes to playing board games. I'll say that. Let's see. What else do we have on the comment board? Let's see here. Oh, you said you play video games. What are you playing? I am playing Elden Ring right now, is what I'm playing. It's a fantasy-based video game. It's very, very good. I do not like that there's no way to track quests or anything like that, because you basically have to look up anything you want to do. There's nothing to tell you, go from point A to point B. It's like it's a massive map, and they're like, oh, go find this thing, but it could be anywhere. So I don't like that about it, but the gameplay is fun. I just finished the second Horizon game on PlayStation, which is one of the better storylines I've ever played in my life, is the Horizon Zero Dawn and the Horizon Forbidden West series. Those were really fantastic games, and she is such a great character to play. So those have been what I'm playing. I also really enjoy like city builders like Anno 1800 or City Skylines or Civilization series, things like that. So I've been playing a lot of those too. Stream Elden Ring, I'll get views. This is a movie channel. There is a possibility of a video game channel down the road, but I need to ration my time as best as I can right now. So I would love to stream video games as well. It's a lot of more work, and this channel is a lot to do. Yes, I played Red Dead Redemption. I played them both. They were both very good. I enjoyed them both. The second one, I played through the whole thing without... But I got really pissed because my horse died. I got hit by a train. I had the horse the entire game, and it died at the end. I was pissed. I was trying to figure out how to backtrack saves on my computer and stuff like that. I was so mad my horse died. It's ridiculous. So let's see here. What else? Okay. Sundeep said, "Is it true all farmers have a missile silo in their cornfield?" No, that's not true in any way, shape, or form. We have no missile silos in our cornfields, I promise. We have nothing. No. Anyway, is that why I gave up farming? Because the government made me do it? No, like, that's not why at all. But that's super funny. What I will say is happening in the farm industry, and here's a couple of pictures, is specifically in Iowa, we're one of the windier states in the entire country of the United States. So a lot of our cornfields and bean fields have been taken over by wind farms. You can see up there right here, this is a big, nice cornfield, and all these massive wind turbines, while they don't take up a lot of space, they do generate funds for farmers that might be having problems making money off corn or beans. They can still plant their corn, they just have to go around them, but they're massive. Like, look at this guy. That's a human being. Where is it at? I can't do my fingers. Look at this guy. Look at him. That's a human being. They're massive. They're so huge. And they produce a lot of energy for our major power company in the state, which is called Mid-American Energy. So our state is one of the largest wind turbine based energy providers in the country because of all of our cornfields that now have wind turbines in them. It's kind of crazy. So that's the news on the farm and what's going on there. Let's see here. What else? What city do I live in Iowa? We are basically in the capital of Iowa, and that's Des Moines. It's a large metropolitan area. I still go visit the farm quite often and check in and help out where I can and things like that. But I have a family of my own. And so that's my life, is taking care of my family now and letting the farm be the farm. And doing this with you, which I'm very much enjoying. I really am. Let's go back to the comment board. Let's see what we got. Red Dead 2 is phenomenal. It was very good. Which Dungeons and Dragons? 5e is the best and only Dungeons and Dragons in my mind. Survival games like Subnautica. Yes. I love Subnautica. If you don't know about Subnautica, that is the best thing to do in the world, is just to go play the game. Go buy it off Steam. It's like $10 or $20. You will be amazed by how good it is. Just the soundtrack for Subnautica. I literally bought the soundtrack for Subnautica because it was so good. But don't talk to people about Subnautica because they're going to give crap away. It is an underwater survival builder. It's so good. The story is amazing. There was a Subnautica 2. I did not like that at all. I was very disappointed with that one. I got through with it in like 16 hours or something like that. It was really a short game. I think they should have put more time into it. What else? I still have audits to do all the time. It's constant. You have no idea. Someone with a farmer older dad, Red Dead was one of the few games he was drawn to right away. Oh, well, I suppose cowboying and farming are way different things. So, yeah, I could see somebody that was a cowboy. Oh, we have been watching like Yellowstone. I talked about that, and those type of people would love Red Dead. I bet they would really enjoy that game. What else? So watch the Django Unchained. Okay, I don't know. I'll have to add that to my list. Let's see here. Report came out just showing the first day on record where wind turbines generated more power than nuclear and coal. I'm fine with nuclear power plants, believe it or not. If they are run efficiently and properly, nuclear can be an amazing and unexhaustive way of producing energy. I believe Bill Gates, who invented Microsoft, or one of the co-inventors of Microsoft, I think he's working on a new form of nuclear generation. So I see that as an actual way of producing energy at very low costs. Let's see here. What else? Congratulations. Thank you so much, Thomas. I very much appreciate it. 5,000 subscribers is something we didn't see coming, and I think it's great. Now our goal is 10,000, and then it'll be 20,000 after that, and so on and so forth. We're going to see how far we can take this. I promise you, James, you will discover a comedy you enjoy more than Happy Gilmore one day. Possibly Billy Madison. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. My dad loved the old GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, that was a popular game. I never got in it. I wasn't a huge Nintendo fan. I had the original Nintendo with Super Mario Brothers. That's the only Nintendo system I really had, in a Game Boy. Those are the only ones I really ever had. I've been a PlayStation person my entire life. I'm not an Xbox person at all. Let's see here. At Michael, agree on 3.5. Okay, let's see here. I don't trust the greenies to tell the truth. I don't know what that means. Hey man, greetings from Finland. Thanks for awesome content and making me laugh. Bless you. So, hello Finland. I want to go see you someday. I really do. My wife and I love travel. This last year, we actually got to go to Italy for a short time period before COVID got bad again. So we were in Italy for about 10 days, and then we scurried back home before Italy got locked down and everything. It got really bad again. So we enjoyed Italy very much. We also have been to Ireland, and we actually enjoyed Ireland more than we can say that my wife literally started looking for jobs in Ireland when we were there. And I told her that we had to go home to our children. So she would love for us to go back to Ireland. We enjoyed it so much. But there's many countries on our list. Finland being one of them. I want to get to Iceland very badly. We have friends in Germany that we know. And like part of the European section, the UK, and things along those lines. We wouldn't mind getting to those as well. Let's see. What else do we have? A great reaction comedy to watch is Grown Ups, starring Adam Sandler. Okay, I'll have to look at that one. Let's see here. Killer soundtrack for both movies, even sharing some of the same music. Which one? Which soundtrack for what movies? Not sure. Let's see. What else? Come to Florida. COVID. What's COVID? Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about Florida. It's not. The governor down there doesn't care about COVID. Let's see. Let's go back and see some of these great comments. There's so many great comments, everybody. Thank you so much for participating. I very much appreciate it. Let's see here. Do you look up the iconic moment lines or scenes from movies before editing? Like, what do you mean? Do I look up iconic moment lines or scenes? No. All my editing is done based on my reaction alone. I am very, very... hopefully everyone knows this by now. I do not Google things. I refuse to Google things. I will not watch a preview of a movie. The only thing that I get before I watch a movie is the actual movie to watch and a poster for that movie. Those are the only two things I have in my catalog. And then I Google the movie and the year. That way I can get the cast and the genre and like how long it is and what year it came out. Those are the only things I know about movies when I go into them. So I I don't know about iconic moments or what did you say? Like lines? No, I don't. No, I don't know any of that going into a movie. It's all based on my edit and where I'm reacting to. If you're really interested in knowing more about that, I really highly suggest joining Patreon and watching a couple of the full reactions and then comparing that to like what was actually given to the viewers as a short, like 20-minute reaction video. And you'll see that huge swaths are completely taken out. And I have to move things around, and it's difficult to get them so they're polished and they look great for you, the viewer. So no, I don't know anything about movies except what I tell you at the beginning of my introductions. That's all I know. In one of your reactions, I remember you bringing up God of War. Are you a gamer? Yes, I am very much a gamer. God of War, the recent one, well, it's like 2 years old. It came out for the PS4, is probably one of the best video games ever made by man. I will state that, although I will also say it is very, like, I mean, you're the God of War. There's blood, there's gore, there's demons, there's, Valkyries, there's things everywhere. But there's also a progressive plot through the entire game of him working with his son and the very scarred and very broken relationship that exists between the two main characters and the mending of that relationship throughout the story and them inner fighting with each other and the secrets that exist between them and what is known and what isn't known. It's a very special game. And I am so looking forward to the next one that comes out. I believe the next one's coming out in 2023, and it's going to be Ragnarok, which is the downfall of Norse mythology. Oh my gosh, that's something I should tell everyone. I got ripped to shreds when I was talking about Thor and I said Greek mythology. Oh my god. It was a blunder on my part. It's Norse. And I just got completely torn to shreds. It was hilarious. I bet I had 150 comments yelling at me about Norse versus Greek mythology. It was so funny. And I apologize to every single one of those people. Do you watch romance? If so, the ultimate romance movie is Message in a Bottle. It's my favorite movie of all time. Okay, thanks, Zapata Attack. I'll have to add that to my list. It doesn't sound familiar. I'll have to see if it's on my list already, and if it's not, I'll add it. Okay? Have we watched Romance? I don't know. I don't know if we've watched Romance on our channel. I don't know. And I guess the question is that something that would be good at reacting to? Is a romance movie have a lot of highs and lows that a reactor could actually have some type of reaction to, or are you just sitting back and just enjoying the film instead of reacting to whatever it is you're watching? So that's the question that I'm told is my boys will have interpersonal arguments with each other about whether something is appropriate to actually react to versus, oh, this is just a good film that you should watch versus, yeah, this is something you should react to. Let's see here. Why are you mad, Eric? Oh, I must go, family. I'm looking forward to this. I'm sorry you had to go. Take care. You too. Let's go down to the comments. Let's see what we got. Greetings from Finland. Let's see here. What else we got? Have I played GTA? Yes, I played GTA 5 a lot to the point where I got really bored with it. And they started basically monopolizing it associated with GTA bucks. And all it was about is you giving them more money. And I hate that about games. And I refuse to play that type of game. I already gave you like $60 or $70 for a game. You shouldn't need my extra money in order to make your production worth. You should already have what you need from me in order to make money off of a game. And the GTA stuff is like crazy. Like, we'll give you $1 million dollars for $10 and things like that. My coffee was cold. I've been talking too much. Let's see, what else? Angela says, I'd like to see romantic comedy reactions. Okay. Oh my gosh. Relax, JNC. Thank you so much for the $10. That's the first time I've ever gotten a donation. Thank you so much. Rocky is a love story, so maybe that counts. I agree, Mr. Shorty. That was a love story. I need to get to Rocky 2. I really do. I need to get to Rocky 2. I haven't seen that one yet. Be open to react to any and every kind of film to watch on your channel with your personality. Any movie would work for a reaction. Oh, well, thank you very much, Spirit Scar. I thank you so much. That's so nice. We keep talking about Clue. The board game? I played Clue, the board game. It's kind of a boring board game, though. I don't know what that has to do with the reaction channel. It's kind of a boring board game. Pride and Prejudice is a good book. I know they made a movie about it. I don't know that I'd be interested in that. Back to the Future was romantic comedy adventure? Kind of, I guess. Oh, Clue was made into a movie. Okay. That helps. Okay. I didn't know that they made it into a movie. And it's actually supposed to be good. Okay, we'll have to look into that. Let's see. Boredom is something I've experienced with Skyrim. Got Skyrim 2011 and just cannot get back into it without getting bored. Yeah, I played Skyrim back in the day. It's 11 years old. There's a lot of amazing content for video games out there. So I would never even consider going back to Skyrim. There's just so much good stuff to play with, and that's an 11-year-old game. So there's a lot of games between then and now that would be worth playing. Let's see, what else do we have? How about a reaction to a movie with your boys that none of you have seen? Maybe. I can bring it up to them. I don't think they're on-camera people. They're one is kind of shy, and the other one is very boisterous, and so I can bring it up to them. Maybe. We've never really thought about that. Let's see here. Let's see. Clue was made. Have I thought about getting into DC movies? They're less connected like the MCU, but still very good. The problem is I am like, I've been like beat to death on MCU that I have to finish the MCU universe. And so if I'm going to do like a superhero movie, it's probably going to be an MCU superhero movie. I know there are some good Batman movies out there, and I am conflicted on Batman. He's a good guy, but he's a bad guy. So you have to vote for the bad guy, which I'm not the biggest fan of, is voting for the bad guy. But I know there are some good Batman movies that exist out there. Specifically, I know about one where the main guy died, and he was super young. I know because that was in the news. That was a big deal. That some guy, I think he played the Joker, and he died like a year later, or 7 months later, or 6 months later, or something like that. And it was something silly that he died of. It wasn't like drugs or anything like that. It was something else. So I know that's out there. That exists in the world. Let's see here. Reading the Watchmen comic at the moment, but you may enjoy Watchmen. Okay. The DVC movies are sloppy and all over the place. Okay. The J and C just did your name, quote unquote. It's a very good anime movie. Oh, okay, interesting. I have never thought about anime or getting into anime at all. That's interesting, though. There are good Marvel movies that aren't part of MCU. Definitely worth looking at. Oh, I didn't know that at all. Yeah. Christopher Reeves. I know who that is. He was Superman, and didn't he have like a horsing accident or something like that, and he broke his neck or his back or something? He's been in a wheelchair for the rest of his entire life. I mean, that's horrible. It's tragic. So yeah, so maybe, I don't know, there might be a Superman thing down the road. I like the idea of Superman. He's cool. What else do we got? Let's go back and do a couple more comments. I think I've gotten all the questions done for Q&A. So we're just going to go look at a couple more questions in the comment board. If you have any more questions that I haven't talked about, please put them in the comment board and I'll take a look. Let's see here. Corey, thanks for enjoying my channel. I appreciate that. There's never an ending pool of Star Wars merchandise. I believe that. My son and I enjoy Legos, and we enjoy putting Legos together. And we have a lot of Star Wars Legos that we put together. So he's got like he's got a whole thing in his room of all the different Star Wars things that he's put together, and I've helped with here and there. Okay, I think we're almost done. Oh, he passed away 10 or 15 years ago. Oh, so it's been a while. Okay. So TV shows. The problem is the channel is called Awesome US Movies. People have suggested that I put like a little disclaimer underneath the S in movies that says "and stuff," and then I could do like sitcoms and things like that. The big one that is asked for over and over and over again is Game of Thrones. So here's the problem with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is based on a book series called The Song of Ice and Fire. Ice and Fire are actually the names of swords. So I've read all the Song of Ice and Fire books. And so any type of reproduction of that material, I would already know what's going to happen, who's going to die, what major events are going to occur, who's going to live. I already know everything that's going to happen. But so reacting to that would be kind of, I don't want to say, it wouldn't, I'm trying to make this channel as authentic as possible by reacting to things I don't know about. And I can't say that about Game of Thrones. I haven't watched any of the actual content that exists, but I have read all the books, and I've read them twice. They're very, very, very big books. And Tyrion Lannister is probably my favorite, has the best inner monologue of any character I've ever read in my entire life. I fell in love with Tyrion Lannister and his mind and how he takes situations and he turns them on the people that think they are overpowering him and are smarter than him and know more and are stronger, and he turns them into this little blob. And it's just amazing to read those books and understand his mind. And I'm afraid that if I watched something like that it would destroy that character for me that I absolutely just love with all my heart and soul. So if you haven't read Song of Ice and Fire versus seen Game of Thrones, I think you know what I'm talking about. If you've read the books and then watched the show, I'm afraid that the show's going to break something that I have with the books. Now, is George R.R. Martin going to come out with the 5th book, I think it is? It's been years. It's been like 6 years, 7 years since the last one came out. He takes forever. He just takes forever. He's going to die before he finishes the series, honestly. So I may, in the end, have to watch Game of Thrones just so I can get the ending that I want to see. But I've already read all the books twice. And so watching those series would kind of not be a true, authentic reaction for this channel because I would already know what's going on, what's going to happen, who's going to die, things like that. And that's not what this channel's about at all. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Battlestar Galactica. I know nothing about Battlestar Galactica. Let's see here. There's so many movies for the last century. I have over 400 movies on my wish list from you, my commenters. So I will be busy with movies for some time. So, I mean, it's my understanding, I just started the Fast and the Furious series. Apparently there's 9 of those. My boys thought that was absolutely hilarious. Because they egged me on to watching the Fast and the Furious because they said it's really popular and people are going to love it. And it's amazing. And it's about cars and you love cars. And they said, there's a couple of them, don't worry. And there's 9 of them. They didn't tell. They said there's a couple of them. I thought there was like 2 of these, maybe 3. There's 9 of them. It's like starting an entire another MCU universe or something. Those stinkers, I swear. I was so mad at them. So what else do we have here? Let's see. I think your view on Batman will change when you watch a Batman movie 100%, but I can see how you may see Batman as a good guy, bad guy. Let's see. You should read The Shining now that you've watched the movie. There's big difference between the books. Yeah, I have thought about picking up The Shining to watch, but I'm also really pissed that I missed Jurassic Park. Everyone said it's this massive bestseller book thing, and nope, wasn't on my reading list. I listen to audiobooks when I work, and nope, didn't exist. Nope, couldn't find it. I also use I get a lot of books through my library for free, which is, if you don't know about your library and you're in the United States, I don't know about other countries, sorry, but go to your library, for goodness sakes. You can get, like, I've gotten DVDs from the library to react to on this channel. I've gotten hundreds of books. I've gotten hundreds of audiobooks, all free. It's an absolutely amazing content, and it's all digital now. You just sign up with a card, and they have apps you download for your library, and it's all just available to you. It's insane. It's crazy what the library has available. It's nutty. I love it. Let's see here. What's over 400? That's awesome. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. I'll be watching until I drop dead. LOL. Thanks, Mr. Shorty. Hopefully, I don't know how old you are, but I'll probably drop dead before you do. I'm getting old. I feel old. Let's see here. Mad Max series. Okay. How many are in the series? I don't know if I'm ready for another, like, massive series. Oh, yeah, Mad Max is amazing. Fury Road is still one of my favorite movies of all time. Do you ever watch the movie reaction videos from other channels for movies you already watched on yours? Let's see, how can I put this? I have seen other reaction channels, and the reason I've seen them is specifically for research for this channel. I refuse to watch content for things that I haven't seen yet because I don't want to know anything about movies that I haven't seen. But I have gone back and I've said, okay, there's a popular reactor. Here's my edit and here's their edit. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Like, I have a problem with my thumbnails. I don't think my thumbnails, that picture that you guys see on YouTube, it's called a thumbnail. I don't think my thumbnails are amazing. I think they're just very generic, and I think the channel could probably do better if I had better thumbnails. So I don't know what to do about that. I may have to like take a class or something or watch some tutorials on, but that's more of a design thing. That's more of a brain design thing. So I think my thumbnails are just okay. I think my thumbnails could be better. I said thumbnails 19 times in the last 30 seconds. Let's see, what else? I should still read Jurassic Park. I'm trying to find Jurassic Park. That's the problem. I'm having a hard time finding it to read for free. I might just have to buy it. The Leech, I've read the Reacher books. I've already read those. Our college is filled with a bunch of books I never expected, even comic books. Oh, cool. That is cool, yeah. That's neat. They have comic books in college libraries now? That's awesome. Huh. Okay. You'd get albums from the library. Believe it or not, but I read a Newsweek article that talked about albums coming back, and actually more albums were sold last year than CDs. So albums are coming back big time. We have in Des Moines, I think we have like 3 album stores where that's all they sell is albums. And I've been into one. It's crazy. It's very chill. They have like really nice record sets set up with headphones, and they'll bring you a cup of coffee or whatever you want. You can just chill and listen to a record. It's so nice. I have spent a little time in a record store. Let's see here. State of Fear is another great book by Michael Crichton. That sounds very familiar. State of Fear sounds familiar. I might have to look that one up. I think I've probably read it. 4 Max movies. Okay, that's not bad. 400 comments was about how many movies are on your list. That's impressive. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that have been requested, so it's... Let's see. Thumbnails do go a long way. I agree, and I kind of suck at them. I'm trying to get better, I promise. Would enjoy seeing you watch some Martin Scorsese films. Scorsese films. Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, Casino, The Departed, The Name, a few good ones. A couple of those look familiar. I think they've been requested already. I'll have to see. Yeah, thumbnail is a big part of getting your YouTube video clicked on. Look at Quarterine's thumbnails. He is a commentary channel, though. Oh, okay. I'll have to make a note. Quarterine's thumbnails. Okay. Have you read or seen Ready Player One? I have read Ready Player One. It's a great book. It's about basically a person creates this virtual reality. It's almost like a Facebook thing, but like times a million. And he creates this virtual reality world, and then the person that created it died. He didn't allow any advertising in the VR world or anything like that, and then he dies. And he puts as his last like will basically in the game, in this VR world, that if you find 3 eggs, you get to take over the actual corporation that owns this VR world that everyone in the entire world uses. It's a very good book, and there's so many 80s references. The problem is I don't get like 90% of the 80 references. I don't get them. I really don't. And it was a good book though. I just didn't get a majority of the references in the book, which is a problem I got for watching Airplane. Everyone tore me apart because I didn't get the references in Airplane. It's an old movie. It was from the 70s. So I wasn't even, I mean, I was born, not even born. So, I didn't get the references. Let's see here. Spoiler alert, I'm just arrived. Oh, hello, Forward. How are you doing? Welcome. You got to see all the movies that Ready Player One is referencing before you watch that. I do. I need to watch whatever movies are associated with whatever that movie is, because I didn't get them in the book at all. So I got through the book. I just didn't get the references. Got to go. Okay. Thanks, Tommy. Found Spider-Man life story and highly recommended it. Follow Spider-Man from the 60s. Okay. Is one of those Italian directors. He's a legend. You'll probably see Goodfellas first. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Spielberg directed Ready. Oh, really? Oh, now you've piqued my interest. Spielberg directed Ready Player One. I have really enjoyed Spielberg films. So, yeah. Huh. Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? Gotta go anyways. Check out my comments when you have time. Thank you and good night. Thanks, Tommy. Well pronounced, Angela. Scorsese. Oh, thanks, Angela. Scorsese. Okay, thank you. Watch Jumanji with Robin Williams instead. Okay. Any other car movies in the lineup? Sounds like that's a point of interest for you. Yes. This Friday, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is coming out, and it has an absolutely gorgeous Ferrari in it. I looked up the Ferrari. I almost cried at the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, specifically for the poor car. I felt very bad for that car. I looked up that car, and it's worth about $12.5 million right now. Only 100 of them were originally made. And those 100 are actually in people's private collections, and they are looked after like they are the firstborn child for people. So I felt very, very bad for that car, and I almost cried when it broke. When it got broken. Let's see, what else? So watch for Ferris Bueller. It comes out on Friday. It's a great reaction. I loved it so much. Let's see here. The motorcycle in Ready Player One is from an anime. Okay. Have you you have to understand the references before you get to know. Have you read John Grisham books? Yes. A lot of John Grisham books. He has a great books that were adapted in movies. The Firm, The Rainmaker, Runaway Jury. I've read The Rainmaker and I've read The Firm. I don't think I've read Runaway Jury. So I might look that up because I really did like his books. They are law firm based books. Grisham, I think Grisham's the one that used to be an actual lawyer, and then he started writing books, and so his law stuff is actually really accurate. Let's see here. If I was charmed by Adam Sandler, you'll be over the moon for Robin Williams. Really? Huh, okay. Well, I'll have to look into that. I think I know who Robin Williams is. He's a furry guy, right? He's a furry comedian. He's very hairy. So, I think I know him. There used to be this, like, comedy show thing. There was a big deal. Oh, thank you so much, L77045. Gotta run for now. Thanks for giving entertainment, the live stream, and your reviews. Looking forward to more. Thank you so much for the donation. I so appreciate it. I really do. Robin Williams, and I know there's a woman called Whoopi Goldberg, and then there was another man. I don't remember his name. They were a comedy trio. And they did some, like, charity comedy show together. And I remember that. He was super hilarious. Oh, Robin Williams is from Mindy and Mork? Oh, my God. I love that. Yes, of course I know who Robin Williams is. Okay, so I need to look up some movies that he's in. Because he was very, very funny. I think he died, though, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. It was a kit car. Oh, thank you so much, ZL1. That makes me feel so much better. You have no idea. I thought they destroyed one of the original cars and then just, like, put it back together. That makes me feel so much better that it was a kid car. You have no idea. The Ferrari was not real. Okay, the movie was painted a cheap car. You don't have to be sad. Okay. Let's see here. You had a lot of hair on his body. Yep, he was hairy. Billy Crystal. Yes, that was the third guy. Billy Crystal, Robin Williams, and Whoopi. Those were the three together, and they did a comedy thing for charity. I remember that. Yeah, he passed away. Oh, I didn't know he committed suicide. That's horrible. I thought he just had like heart complications or something like that. I didn't know it was from suicide. That's so unfortunate. He was such a funny man. Does it feel weird to catch up on movies you've missed out on that you might have missed the point of it at the time? The Goonies might have hit more personally when younger. Oh, that's an interesting perspective. I don't know. I haven't thought about that a lot. My youth was mostly associated with farming and dealing with chickens and the roosters that I hate more than anything in existence. Roosters are horrible creatures that will peck your eyes out if they can, but are completely necessary in order to have chickens to harvest and eggs to eat. So that's all I'll say about that. I enjoyed chopping their heads off or breaking their necks because they are horrible, horrible, horrible creatures. And we would eat them. Once got to the point where they were useless, we'd get a new rooster, make sure that they were in there and they weren't fighting, because the roosters will fight each other. They'll kill each other completely outright. They'll kill each other. And you get rid of the old one, and it's a happy day to kill that friggin' rooster and eat it, because it's been trying to eat you for the last 5 years. Let's see. Happy you enjoyed your Happy Gilmore and Dodgeball reactions. Laugh with you. Should watch the Bench Warmers with Rob Schneider, David Spade, and John Heder. Is about baseball and hilarious. Okay, Robin Hood Films, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jumanji, Dead Poets Society, Good Will Hunting, and Good Morning Vietnam. Amazing films you'll enjoy any time with Robin. Okay, I will seriously look at those. Oh, thank you, Jason. I really enjoy an authentic reaction channel, a hard worker, finally enjoying some cinema. Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate your donation. I really do. Thank you so much. We're trying to get some money to build a new computer, and then I can do these reactions a little bit quicker, because I should be like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ahead. If I get sick or something like that, then I'm not gonna be able to do reactions, and that's not great for the channel. So I'm trying to get ahead on the channel, and I'm not ahead at all. 2 broken fingers from roosters here. Farm life as a child stinks. Roosters are the worst thing ever. You know what I'm talking about, Paula. They're horrible creatures. Have had to get rid of 2 roosters in my flock. Yeah, you could tell horror stories. Everyone can. I didn't watch The Goonies as a kid either. It's not a movie I think of fondly compared to everyone else who loves it. The movie is clearly designed for dull-witted Come on, I loved The Goonies. It was good. Spirits, Gar, come on. Give it another watch. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I think we're about done, unless there's any big questions. If you have any big questions, make sure you put them in the comment right now. That way we can get it out of the way. And make sure everyone has their questions answered. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this with all of you. I so have. Thank you so much for participating in my very first live stream. It was a special live stream just so we could do 5K sub celebration. If this goes super well, then maybe we'll do some more in the future. I think it went pretty well. But, we'll see what the stats say and how many people actually watched and stuff like that. I just want to say thank you for the reactions. I really enjoyed your channel. My new favorite. Thank you so much. I really do love all my watchers and subscribers. If you're not subscribed to the channel, why? Why? It doesn't cost you anything. It really doesn't. And it helps my channel grow by you subscribing. So make sure you're subscribed. Keep up the good work. Look forward to more reactions. Thank you for sharing your movie journey with us. Thank you. Thanks for watching my movie journey with you. But I think we're going to end it here. Thank you so much to everybody that came and watched and enjoyed. And we will see you next time. And don't ever forget that you, right there, you are awesome. Don't ever, ever forget it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You're awesome. We will see you next time. Thank you so much for coming out and checking out our channel. Bye-bye.